Hello. Welcome back to Home Movie Recaps. Today, I will show you an action and comedy film in 2021, Red Notice. Spoiler alert, watch out and take care. It started with a legend folktale story about a set of valuable eggs of an Egyptian princess named Cleopatra. On her wedding day, the eggs were given as a gift. Until now, people knew that the two eggs exists and the first egg is kept in the museum in the city of Rome. The second egg was known to be with an international arms dealer, named Sotto Voce. People have searched for the third egg, but no one knew its location. Now a set of 3 eggs was wanted. Whoever gets to give it as a gift for the daughter of the rich man in Cairo on her wedding day will be rewarded with $300 million. This is the museum in Rome, where the first egg is kept. This is FBI Hartley and Inspector Doss. They came to the museum with a group of police to investigate the first egg, because they suspected that the real egg would be stolen by the thief today. The egg was displayed in the middle of the crowd. Hartley wanted to prove to everyone that the egg was fake. Hartley saw a boy in the crowd and told him that food and drink aren't allowed in the museum. The boy handed him his Coke. Hartley poured the Coke on the egg, and the cloned egg started to change its appearance. By that time, everyone knew the egg was stolen. Hartley immediately spotted the thief and chased him. The crowd went into chaos and ran to the exit of the museum. He changed his shirt color to be unrecognizable. He was very smart. He tricked the guards and Inspector Doss. Finally, he managed to escape. Agent Hartley tried to follow him, but he failed. Booth escaped successfully and arrived in Bali 56 hours later. Booth was chilling. He was drinking alcohol to celebrate his success and looked at the egg happily. What he did not know is that Agent Hartley was there too, and he was sitting on the sofa. He gave a sign for the army to surround his place and pointed guns at Booth, telling Booth to return the egg. Booth agreed to return the egg, and he was sent to jail. When the police were taking him to the van, Inspector Doss handed the Hartley poured the Coke on the egg, and the cloned egg started to change its appearance. To leave, the real egg was replaced by a woman who wore the army suit. Later on, the female police realized the egg was replaced and came to accuse Hartley when his flight is a few hours away. She dropped the egg intentionally just to show Hartley that it is fake. She mentioned that there was an $8 million transaction from an encrypted bank account to his account, so he must be the one who took the egg and sell it. Hartley had no idea about all this, and he tried explaining to the female police that the bishop did it. The bishop means some other criminals. She did not listen to him and still sent him to jail in Russia. Surprisingly, they put Hartley in a cell with Booth. Booth and Hartley discussed a lot about their plan to escape the jail and to find the second egg. They were sent to meet the jail manager. It turned out to be the woman with the suit who stole the first egg successfully. She told them she was the bishop. She made up a story for the policewoman to put Hartley in jail, and she offered a chance for Booth and Hartley to work on collecting all the 3 eggs, because Booth was the one who knew where the third egg was. Without further discussion, she left the place. Before they sleep, they talked about their personal stories. Booth told Hartley that his dad was a cop. He accused Booth of stealing his watch and wouldn't talk to him in many years, until one day he found a watch at his office desk and realized that it has been there forever. The next day, they started implementing their plans to escape from the jail. Booth had the plan. They destroyed the laundry room with chemical substances. They then fought with the police and could escape to the jail campus. They still need to go through the guard. They broke the wall and could get out of the prison. It took a little while to get to the helicopter. The group of police realized and rang the alarm bell. They all started shooting each other with the gun. Booth got to the helicopter first, and Hartley handled with the remaining police. Finally, Hartley could climb to the helicopter on time. He got mad with Booth for trying to leave him behind. After the escape of Booth and Hartley, Inspector Doss received a notification that both suspects have escaped from the prison, including the data of location they would go to tomorrow night for the second eggs. The scene cuts to the discussion between Booth and Hartley about the plan to steal the second egg from an international arms dealer, Sotto Voce. Fortunately, there will be an annual gathering at his house tomorrow. However, Booth told Hartley that to access the egg room, they had to pass through the 8K CCTV guards, have sotto voce face, voice recognition, fingerprint, and passcode in his phone that change very frequently. The event has come and they arrived at the party, Hartley coming in as a guest, and Booth was there as a waiter. Hartley spotted that woman they met at the jail was at the party too. Hartley went to talk to her and asked her to dance and attempt to arrest her to clear his name. While they were talking dancing, the bishop had Mr. Sotto Voce's attention and later asked her to dance, and Hartley had successfully stolen Mr. Sotto Voce's phone for the bunker password, and the plan to steal the second egg had started without any notice. The policewoman was there to spy on them too. They finally succeed to get into Mr. Sotto Voce's room and preparing the cloning face device, fingerprint, and password. When the bunker opened, Inspector Doss had arrived at the room and she tried to stop them, but both were able to get into the bunker safely. As the door is unlocked, it alerted the security room. They were excited as the second egg is there in front of them, but little did they know that the bishop is already in the room too. While they were fighting, the guard informed Mr. Sotto Voce that there is a problem in the bunker. He arrived in the room, seeing the egg in the woman's hands. She tricked Sotto Voce that she was just protecting it for him while they both trying to steal it. It turns out that the bishop and Mr. Sotto Voce were working together to collect all 3 eggs and sell them for $300 million. The bishop and Sotto Voce punished both and threatened Booth to reveal the location of the last egg. Booth told her that it was in Egypt in a grave that has never been opened yet. After she knew, she drank champagne with Sotto Voce to celebrate their success, but Sotto Voce got poisoned and passed out. A few minutes after Bishop left, Sotto Voce woke up with dizziness and started open fire at Booth and Hartley. But luckily, they both managed to escape safely and continued to find the last egg that has never been found. They both were found on the train, and Booth was not happy to know that the last egg location is not in Egypt. Hartley lost his trust in Booth and threatened to kill him because Booth has always been lying and almost had him dead. However, Booth had finally decided to reveal the last egg location, and it was actually in Argentina. He figured it out after his dad passed away, and the coordinate of the hidden place was found inside the watch that his dad accused him of stealing. He realized that watch whose originally was the man who worked for Nazis and the only person that was believed to hold the last egg. Before he disappeared, he traveled half the world with many containers of pieces of machinery. Some people were obsessed about what is inside those containers and have spent their life trying to locate those containers, including Booth's father. The scene cuts to when they have arrived in Argentina. The map led them to the forest. They found an entrance to a secret warehouse underground that both believed that the last egg must be inside. Booth used his father's watch as the key to unlocking the door, and finally they have found the third and the last egg. However, the bishop and Inspector Doss have arrived at the warehouse too, because the bishop did not believe that the last egg can be found in Egypt, so she kept following Booth, and Inspector Doss followed the bishop. The shooting between the criminals and Inspector Doss started. The criminals, including Hartley, hopped on a car, started the engine, and attempt to escape with the last egg. Inspector Doss and the police followed closely from behind. However, Booth, Hartley, and the bishop had successfully escaped through the waterfall, which is the other exit of the warehouse. They fell into the water, but Booth managed to grab the egg and was the first to come up to the shore. He did not see Hartley, so he decided to keep the egg on the shore and went to find Hartley in the water. Fortunately, they all were alive. Booth was very happy and proud to grab the last egg, but little did he know that Hartley is not any special agent and he was the bishop's boyfriend when they both started kissing. Everything was their plan to find and steal the last egg from Booth. Now they demand the egg, leaving Booth handcuffed to the tree in the forest alone. They left for Egypt to attend the rich man's daughter's wedding and gave the set of eggs as wedding gifts. During the wedding ceremony, the 3 eggs were presented as a gift to his daughter, but she suddenly lost her interest in the eggs when she heard Ed Sheeran singing. At the same time, Inspector Doss arrived at the location and arrested the father for stealing the 3 eggs. The criminal couple escaped, but 6 months later, while they were chilling on a boat, Booth was also on the boat unexpectedly. He told them that as they were leaving him, Inspector Doss found him and sent him to another prison, but he was smart enough to escape. He also notified her about the $300 million wire transfer to Hartley's bank account. The money had frozen, so none of the criminals were getting anything, so Booth assumes it to be even. The reason why Booth was there was that there will be another thief job which required 3 thieves to work together, and of course, Hartley and his girlfriend are on the list. They both agreed to work with Booth again, and they seem to make a perfect team. So what's next? What are they planning to steal again? Will Red Notice 2 release anytime soon? Tell me what you think about their next project in the comment section below. This is the end of the movie. I hope you enjoy it. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to support my channel. Thank you.